So, Disneyland opens soon, on the 30th to be exact. So today I am here to talk about Disneyland. I know my last video was about Legoland, this one's going to be about Disneyland. So this is going to be a series of videos called Disneyland for Beginners. We'll start with this one, which goes over Fantasyland, and it's kind of an overview of what you can find in each part of the park. So, this one will be Fantasyland. And I know what you're thinking. How do you play Yahtzee? Well, I'll tell you how you can learn it. With Skillshare! Just kidding, we don't do that around here. Now let's talk a little bit about Disneyland. Disneyland opened on July 17, 1955, to mixed receptions. It was a disaster, to say the least. And to give it enough credit, they tried. But, you can't really help if people snuck into your park and the toilets overflowed. And that is what happened, and they reopened soon after. But, when you think of Disneyland, you usually think of the castle. Sleeping Beauty's castle, to be exact. This castle was actually there before Sleeping Beauty, the movie, came out. It's a little bit of promotion that Walt Disney did. Just, why not? It's there. So, yeah, Sleeping Beauty Castle, one of the most iconic things ever. Here, over in California, we have Sleeping Beauty's castle. In Florida, they have Cinderella's castle, and all over the world, they have different castles. Vanishingland was Walt's favorite land, though. He just thought that it incorporated the core ideas of kids and families, and it was just a fantasy setting. He liked that. He did wish it did have more there, though. Originally, when Fantasyland opened, it was a carnival-style type thing. Disney World still has a bit of theirs, so if you've ever been there, you kind of know. They were like circus tents, where all the main attractions were. It was definitely strange. But the new Fantasyland renovation of 1983 made it look completely different. Today, it looks like a Bavarian village to fit with the Matterhorn. Now, that's about all I'll go into for the history of Fantasyland. I might do that again at a later date, but right now, let's get into the attractions. The castle, as I mentioned, is Sleeping Beauty's castle, not Cinderella's like Florida's. It's a park icon. It's the gateway into Fantasyland. It's 77 feet tall, which in reality is not that tall. They use forced perspective to get that point across, though, which I might explain later, but it's kind of... On Main Street, you got the smaller buildings up front, and as you walk towards them, the buildings get smaller and smaller until you get to the castle to make the castle look bigger than it actually is. Now, the Drawbridge has been lifted twice. Once when Disneyland opened, and once when the 1983 renovation happened. Most people don't know this, but if you go to the left, right as you're walking through the gateway, there is the Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough, which is a nice little walkthrough of Sleeping Beauty's castle telling the story of Sleeping Beauty. This was added after the movie. It was not an opening day attraction, but not many people know about it. I haven't been in it even yet. We were going to go to it last time, but it didn't get to. And when Disneyland opens, definitely won't be going in there because a little too small. On the opposite side of Sleeping Beauty's castle is the not Ariel. Sorry, that's Florida. Been watching a few videos about Disney World recently, so sorry. It is the Snow White Grotto, their princess. And it is a nice little fountain area. You got the 7 dwarf statues and not Cinderella. Keep mixing up my princesses. It's so sad. But Snow White there. And you got the little wishing well there, and sometimes, I don't know if they still do it, but last time I was over in that area, you could hear her singing in the well. It's pretty neat. Now, the first main attraction of Fantasyland is Peter Pan's Flight. It's a unique ride in Fantasyland and all of Disneyland, since it is suspended. It's a suspended ride, kind of like Ninja over in Magic Mountain. So it's on the ceiling. You're hanging from the ceiling, and you soar above London into Neverland, experiencing pirates and pirate ships and pirate battles and alligators. It's a crocodile, I think. But it's a really neat ride. But it's got a stupidly long wait time. Oh my god, 35 to 40 minutes every day for this ride. Now, if you've been on it once, try to catch it early in the morning. Don't waste your time in that line. But if you're a first timer, a beginner, if you will, yeah, you need to ride it. It's pretty iconic, and it's probably one of the best Fantasyland rides. Not in my opinion, though. I do have to admit, not my favorite ride, but the line definitely shows that it stood the test of time. This was a 1955 original, and it's relatively unchanged. So it's pretty neat. Across the way, you got Snow White's Scary Adventure, which, when Disneyland opens again, it will be Snow White's Enchanted Wish. It's another dark ride, just like Peter Pan. And, yeah, this one's a bit terrifying. As the name suggests, it can be a bit scary for children. It features some creepy and outdated animatronics, like the Evil Witch. It was another opening day attraction, and the wait times usually average 5 to 10 minutes. Enjoyable little journey. But when Disney reopens on the 30th, it will be changed forever. Enchanted Wish will probably be a bit more family friendly, though they're updating the animatronics. They look a lot nicer. You'll probably see when I'm editing. I'll put this footage in. But they've added some newer animatronics that are a lot like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train over in Florida. Yeah, and they added a Prince Charming kissing Snow White scene at the end instead of where it used to abruptly end. So it's a neat little ride. Right next to it is Pinocchio, which was not an opening day attraction. It was added in '83 with the expansion. It's a different ride. It starts in the second part of the Pinocchio story, where he's kidnapped by Stromboli. So it's weird. It's different. I like it though. It's neat. It's a neat little ride. It's got some neat effects. I like it though. There's not much to say for these small little rides. This might terrify children too, especially the monster of the whale that jumps out at you. It's a fun little adventure. Another 5 to 10 minute wait, maybe. Mr. Toad! Best ride in Fantasyland, in my opinion. Its wait times are usually 15 to 20 minutes, and it is a wild ride based off of the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, an old Disney movie that not many people have watched. But it's neat. It's fast paced. It's more fast paced than the other two. And it sends you to HE double hockey sticks. And the queue is so neat with the little grotto. I used that word already to describe the Snow White one, even though that's what it's called. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, or behind. I don't know. But it's neat. I like it. You're in Toad Hall, and just the atmosphere is so nice there. King Arthur's Carousel. It's a carousel. It goes round and round and round. Wait times average 5 minutes, most. What else is there to talk about with this one? Sword in the Stone's up front. That's it, I guess. JC Jr. Circus trains a train. Circle's Storybook Land Canal Boat, based off Dumbo. I don't know. These are small, tiny little rides. Moving on, Dumbo. Let's talk about Dumbo. Dumbo the Flying Elephant was not an opening day attraction, even though it did open in 1955. A few weeks after Disneyland opened, it opened due to delays, and this is another one of the iconic rides of the park. You know, it goes round and round and round and round. round, 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 in an elephant. Wait time's 15 to 30 minutes. If it's a 30-minute wait time, don't bother. It's a classic ride, but you can get the same experience out of the Astro Orbiter for 5 minutes usually. Over in Tomorrowland. Right next to Dumbo is the Storybook Land Canal Boats. It's kind of like little Jungle Cruise. Fun little journey through the fairy tales of Disney. You probably know it. If you've been there, you know it as the whale ride, probably. You go through Monstro's Mouth. But, however, after that, you get to see mini dioramas based off of Walt Disney's classics. It's a lot like Miniland over in Legoland, and I know I'm comparing a lot of things to other parks, but it helps if you've been there. Yeah, it's a cute little ride. I mean, it's neat, and the Casey Jr. Circus train goes around. I really like the Agrabah scene. It's really nice and gold. It's shiny, though. And the Cave of Wonders, it's nice. Little Kids Jungle Cruise. And even if you're an adult, you'll like it. It's fun. 5 to 25 minutes. If it's a longer wait time, don't even bother. Just go on the Jungle Cruise. It's much more worth the wait. Mad Tea Party. Guess what it does? It goes round and round and round and round and round. But it's another iconic attraction. Based off of objectively one of the best Disney movies, Alice in Wonderland. It has entertained guests since the park opened. It's moved around a bit with the expansions and everything. The wait time's usually 5 minutes. It's a worthwhile little ride. It's fun. And its sister attraction, since it opened up later, Alice in Wonderland. It follows Alice in Wonderland. Kind of the plot of the movie. Things happen. It's a really neat little ride. It can get up to 25 minutes, but I'd rather wait in this one than Peter Pan. It's just got so many neat little things. The scenes are just so atmospheric. The outside is so cool. It's got that neat little balcony where you can see the Mad Tea Party, all that. The Queen's Garden is really cool with all the cards and everything. It's a really, really neat ride. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Much more deserving of the wait time than Peter Pan. I'm sorry if you like Peter Pan more. I just like this one more. Much rather wait for Alice than Peter Pan. There's just a lot more to look at. And especially since they've updated it, I don't remember when, but they've updated it in the 21st century. And they added the screens and stuff, and it's a really, it makes it a whole lot better than Peter Pan. Peter Pan's very unique, but this one's so cool, and at the end with the Mad Tea Party and everything, it's a cool ride. I like it. Okay. These last two are definitely the most popular rides in all of Disneyland. The Matterhorn is the world's first steel tubular roller coaster and has given people whiplash since it opened with the Tomorrowland expansion of '59. Was also unveiled these submarines, which have also tortured people since it opened with the leakiness of it, even when it upgraded to Finding Nemo. And the monorail. No complaints about that. I love the Matterhorn, though. It's a neat... I've been calling those neat. This one's a fun ride. If you get it on a smooth day, it's a really cool ride. Even if it gives you whiplash, it's so neat to get up there and just circle around the mountain. Something I find really neat about this ride is that at the end you got the splashdown. The splashdown kind of cools off the wheels and stuff of, well, stuff's probably not a good word to use since it's so vague, but stuff, it does stuff. I forgot what I was talking about. The Matterhorn, but the splashdown goes and cools down the wheels so it doesn't come barreling into the station. I made it sound like it's gonna murder everybody in the queue. That's not what would happen. It would just bump into stuff. But it's a good way to have a brake system. It's a brake system at heart, honestly. This one, the Yeti's neat. Guess I've run out of things to say about this. The wait time is completely unpredictable, 15 to an hour. Jeez. This one is different. I like it. It's the only roller coaster. Yeah, it's the only roller coaster in Fantasyland. And it's debatable whether it's in Tomorrowland. I count it part as Fantasyland, though. No, it's a Small World. The one that nearly everyone hates because of the song. It's an important part of Disneyland, though. It's part of the 1964 World's Fair. Walt made it for somebody, I forgot. UNICEF. He made it for UNICEF for the 1964 World's Fair. Then brought it here, and legend says that the top of the roof, not the roof, the gold plating on the front side of it is pure gold, as some would say. Don't know if that's completely true or not, but some do say that. Yeah, it's an iconic ride. Everybody knows the song. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. I don't know why I became Kermit the Frog. But yeah, Christmas is really neat. Really neat. It's probably one of the neatest rides to wait in line, and you're gonna have to wait since it can get up to 2 hours long. Let me just repeat it. 2 hours long. But you get to, have some hot chocolate, watch the lights, hear the music. Christmas time's a fun time at Disneyland. That's the best part to go on. Usually on regular days, though. 5 minutes tops. I think that's all the rides. Fantasyland Theaters there, where you can see princesses. The Fantasy Fair in the front is there, where you can meet princesses. Lots of stores around. My favorite store is probably the Mad Hatter, since it's inside the White Rabbit's house, and it's really cool. And you can see his little bit of, what's it called? Furniture. That's the word, furniture. You can see it up there, and the mirror with the Cheshire Cat little Easter egg. It's fun. Restaurant-wise, I think only the Beauty and the Red Rose Tavern's there, which has some props from the Beauty and the Beast live-action remake. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. It's the pathway to Toontown. You can enter it from Main Street, Frontierland, and the other place. Not Epcot. Tomorrowland. That's it, Tomorrowland. Yeah, other than that, I don't know what else to say. This is probably going to sound like a rant when I'm editing this, but who cares? Thank you for watching. Next time I'll do Tomorrowland, and I hope people watch this. I'm trying my best, so see you later. Bye.
Reserved for last. A few words of dedication for the happiest kingdom of them all, Fantasyland. Here is a world of imagination, hopes, and dreams. In this timeless land of enchantment, the age of chivalry, magic, and make-believe are reborn, and fairy tales come true. Fantasyland is dedicated to the young and the young in heart, to those who believe that when you wish upon a star, your dreams do come true.
This is Ronald Reagan again, and I'm very happy now to show you these young people. Since Disneyland opened, these children have been eagerly waiting to cross the moat for a wondrous trip through the Disney imagination. They'll be the first children to enjoy the Fantasyland rides, every one of which recreates the adventures of characters Walt has immortalized in films.
The Fantasyland Castle in the name of the children of the world.